Well, the Grizzlies have been heating up over the last couple of months, and one of the guys who has been in the middle of that is first baseman and left fielder Kevin Fitzer. Really do appreciate your time. How are you doing right now?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. It's been a lot of fun to watch you guys play over the last couple of months. Seems like the offense just keeps getting better and better. And obviously, you were a big part of that in a strong second half. You guys are 9-14 at one point and have won 3 consecutive series to start the second half. What do you feel like has been the difference since the end of the first half?
I think start of the second half, we really started to focus on our own roles. I think at first we were all kind of playing for ourselves and not being more of a team aspect side of things. And I feel like now we're all starting to work together and putting together good at-bats and starting to score more runs. And the pitching staff's been big for us with limiting a lot of runs, and that's been huge for us the second half.
You're a SoCal guy, so I know a lot of your teammates have come from the Dominican, from Venezuela, from the East Coast. What is the challenge that maybe people don't understand about settling into the professional role? You talked about roles. What is the challenge in just understanding that maybe it's a different game at this level?
I think me coming from a college, I feel like in college you're big on the team aspect side of things. And I know professional baseball, a lot of people, it's a lot of individualized stuff. And I know people are trying to make it to the big leagues like myself. And I feel like now that we're all settled in, we're all starting to work together as a team. And I think that's helped us string together a couple wins here in the second half.
Well, it's been a fun brand of baseball. And then I think also, you talk about the team aspect. I think that's been one of the things that has shown up. Independence Day, you guys had, 3 sacrifices,
Yeah.
2 sacrifice flies and a sacrifice bunt. When you guys are playing like that, does it feel like that the clubhouse has become closer as a result?
Yes, I feel like a big thing we were harping on this year is we have 3 things. It's get them on, get them over, and get them in. And I feel like that's starting to come together as a team. I feel like a lot of us at first are just trying to, get hits and get on base and stuff like that. But I feel like now we're all trying to work together and score more runs and be more on the team aspect side of things.
So now that you have that, and you talked about the roles, what do you see yourself as a professional? Where do you start finding, okay, this is maybe the template or the model that I'm trying to become as a professional baseball player?
I feel like coming from Cal State Northridge and coming from Southern California, I feel like I've always been a big team aspect guy, and I root for my teammates all the time, and I feel like I'm going to continue to do that for the rest of my career. And I feel like me going out there every day, playing hard and trying to help the team win, I feel like that's a big part of my game, and I feel like that should be a big part of everyone's game. And I feel like doing that myself, I feel like rubs off on other guys, and I feel like that's starting to happen and starting to show out on the field, and that's why I've been successful so far.
Well, again, fun to watch, and fun to watch you make some adjustments, not just at the plate, but defensively. You were an outfielder, and now you're showing that athleticism at first base. Now a couple months in, how is that transition going for you?
It's been good. Yeah, I feel like I had more experience in the outfield during my college days, and I was a middle infielder in high school. But now that I've moved back to the infield, even though I can still play outfield, I think just more reps at first base in practice and more reps in the game. I feel like I've gotten more comfortable over there with the work I've put in with Galvey and Dave Keller. I feel like they've been a big part of my game, and kudos to them for helping my game out.
Well, you're slick fielding first baseman. It feels like maybe some of those middle infield skills show up sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like not many people would see me as a second baseman, a little bit taller and lengthier, but yeah, I feel like it's being a middle infielder in the past has helped me, and I feel like I've put in the work in the offseason and in spring training, and I feel like it's helped me out so far.
Hey, Jeff Kent, Chase Utley, they were big, tall second basemen, and they made it work. I could totally see that if that was something you wanted to do. But the power, I think, it helps profile on the corners, both in the infield and the outfield. When did you start noticing, like, hey, extra bases, and you can run too, so you hit a ball in the gap and you're going to get triples, doubles. But when did that power start coming for you in your baseball career?
I feel like it was during my sophomore year of college, I would say. I feel like in high school I only hit a total of 3 home runs my whole high school career, and I think I changed my approach and kind of my batting stance. I was kind of low in the legs and was kind of more of a slap hitter and singles, and I feel like I opened myself up, and I was able to use my body, and I feel like it's kind of tapped into some power.
I was a slap hitter, but I was, still half your size. So that I get it. That's pretty cool. Can you take me through, like, as this power has progressed, 3 homers over the last month, and doubles and triples have been there all season for you, but what adjustment has kind of taken you month to month where you really feel like nobody's beating you at the plate?
Yeah, I feel like at first I was a little bit hesitant on at the plate, just kind of swinging at pitches all over the zone. And I feel like I was kind of narrowing down my approach now and really dedicated on staying to the fastball. And I feel like when I'm really focused on being on the fastball, I'm able to hit that off speed pretty well. So I think just narrowing my approach down and working on that and being more focused on that and trying to make myself more adjustable at the plate, I feel like that's helped me out.
Well, talk about the adjustment off the field a little bit too. The life is a different sort of grind. You're at the ballpark every day. You're in a new part of the state, at least for you. What sort of changes have you made or not made in terms of just being consistent and being a professional baseball player?
Yeah, I feel like with this sort of schedule, I have not done that before. I think you're at the ballpark literally all day, and then you go home to sleep, and then you're back out here again. But I feel like having this professional lifestyle, I feel like you need to be able to flush stuff very easily. And I feel like every day is a new day, and every day is a new opportunity to prove yourself. And you got to come to the ballpark with a fresh mind and a new mindset every day, that if you put in the work every single day, that you have a chance every day to have success.
Well, again, I think watching you work, watching the way you interact with fans and teammates, you're a guy that's impossible not to root for, and I think it's been fun to get to know you a little bit. What do you got a break coming up in a week, not to look too far ahead. What are you looking forward to the most in that break, in that little respite when you talk about you're at the ballpark all day? So what are you going to do with that little bit of free time you get for a couple of days?
I'm going to head back home. I think I'm going to go to the beach maybe a couple days, kind of enjoy the beach down there. Haven't been there in a while. And I'm going to get a golf round in myself with one of my roommates from college. And just kind of a mental reset. I feel like it's been a lot of baseball and been a lot of ups and downs and a lot of emotions so far. And it's my first year, and this stuff it's amazing out here. I mean, I feel like I'm coming to the ballpark every day playing baseball, what I love to do, and it's just a little reset, kind of go back to my hometown, see some of my friends, and then be back here ready to go.
Of course, you're a SoCal guy, so of course you're a beach guy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, like you said, it is a joy to get to come to the ballpark every day. Appreciate people who don't take that for granted. Fitz, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Grizzlies first baseman and outfielder Kevin Fitzer. We got more In the Den coming up.